Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so you're probably wondering, what you got there, girl? So, I have this thing every fall. I start making yogurts and kefirs, sourdough starters. I go and start canning all these things. I want to call it my suburban homestead. I guess. I live in a condo association, and I'm not allowed to really have a garden. I find ways around that. Um, I can't even put up a bird feeder. They consider it feeding the wildlife. So we can't do a lot of things. But I like where we are. The school districts are phenom. But every fall I, try to do as much as I can to kind of do my part. I'll try to go to the farmers markets and pick up the fresh produce so I can preserve, dehydrate, can, whatever have you, freeze. Um, do it that way. Find some way to continue to use those locally bought and sourced products. Maybe sometimes making $1 or two myself with my soaps. But now is that time. Now I have on my stove sitting in some sitting in some lemon water. Partially, I have to kind of rotate them out. Are some apples that I'm gonna, dehydrate and do all that other fun stuff too. But I was like, this awful lot of apple peels and cores here. I got to be able to do something with that. And so I'm gonna try making a vinegar or two. So I've never done this. Never done this, but it's a wild ferment. Should go well. So inside this is already complete. We're gonna do this one together. So one of the things I'm gonna do first, because I already made the first batch, I'm just gonna get my sugar, because it's sitting right behind my phone. I'm gonna get that all together. And the sugar's gonna kind of give it something to kind of eat starting out. It's gonna make its own, it's gonna create its own yeast. You'll notice that I just picked up a big old purified water. I did that because I don't want the chlorination in the water that I'm going to start this vinegar off with. I want it to be as pure as possible. Why is it every time I get ready to start making a video with you guys, my nose starts to itch? So I'm just stirring up that sugar water solution. Just get that sugar dissolved, that's all. Okay? Come back to it. So here's a good time to kind of also take a look and pull out your apple seeds. I've already done it. But, now you're getting all those, like, questionable parts. Like, sometimes you see those cores that look like they have mold starting to grow in them. Get that out. I would say get that out. That's not a natural proponent that I necessarily want in my vinegar. So, and that takes a couple, 2 seconds to do? Because I've already broken the peel in half. The peel. I've broken the core in half, and I've harvested those seeds. So that's why I'm able to do that. You don't want to include your core, don't include your core. Excuse me. Now I'm going to take the rest of my apple peels. Making sure that none of the sticker barcodes were on there, because I didn't have to worry about it at first, because we were just peeling them. And if I had done what I normally do, bless me. My kiddo used to say, "Bless you, me." I got a little bit to go through, but I'm not gonna put all of it in there. Some of the peel is just that peel. Some of it has a fair amount of apple that will also lend to give you a milder, a more fruity flavor. I got another one. Mm. So the last one I did, I had more cores and what I would consider bitter parts. This one, I'm going to do, like I said, a bit more peel and fruitier parts. And I'm going to see if it's going to give me a difference in my vinegar. The rest I'm going to just toss. Now I'm okay. If I had some chickens, I'd give it to the chickens, but I don't even have chickens. I got cockatiels, but they don't like apples. They like my house plants. I used to have beautiful plants. And my mom came by not too long ago and she said, "What happened to your plants?" "Oh, my cockatiels." "Oh, lunch." Alright. Give that, a little bit more of a stir. It actually dissolved quite well. I'm sorry. Because I'm doing this for the first time, I wanted to make sure I got as much of the sugar that I get off. Then I'm gonna just fill it to cover the apple peels and stuff. But I'm gonna leave some space. There we go. Now, what it tells me to do is cover it with cheesecloth, coffee filter. I already have my little cheesecloth things put aside because I have sourdoughs and stuff that my kefir. So this and this ideally will give me apple cider vinegar. Now, this is what I've come up with in my research. If I cover this and ferment it, because I have a book on ferments, and so I take from there because I don't like getting my books all gross and grody because I exchange them out for new things that I want to try, and I can't really expect people to accept the books and give me credit so I can pull out the next set of books that I want to keep for the next few years and garner and glean from. So I print it out. So anyway, it tells me that it should be kept in a warm, dark location out of direct sunlight that's about 80 to 85 degrees. An ideal temperature and at that ideal temperature, you should begin to see bubbles in a couple of days. It's not quite that hot in my house right now. The only place that's hot is really my living room or my laundry room. I'm not sure I want to really start that. Yeah, we'll put it in my laundry room. I do a lot of it's not really just the laundry room. It's pretty big. That's where we'll put it. And what I will do for myself is I'll keep making Just like with any preserving or fermenting, I want to make sure that it's covered because I don't want any molds or anything. But within the first, I have to keep it there and let the apple scraps leach off their flavors. Keeping an eye on my bubbles and my fermenting and everything else like that. Then it tells me that I'm supposed to pull out the apple scraps. Yeah. After 2 weeks, pull out the apple scraps. Now, if I notice any mold, nope. Chuck it, start all over. But because I will be, kind of checking on it every day to make sure that it's submerged, because there's no salt in this first time. So this is what we're going to try. They say after that, pull the apple scraps out. Then strain it through some more cheesecloth and get all those bits and pieces out. But I have to continue to ferment it for another 2 to 4 weeks, and that should mellow out that tart, and have given all that alcohol a chance to do its thing, which was eat. And I should have a mother by that time. And then with that mother, I didn't print that page out. With the mother, I should be able to start how, like with my kefir, I put my new batch of milk in and give it a fresh upload of milk. I feed that. Because I fed this with water, I guess I would have to feed that with, some of the vinegar that I have left over. Keep it in the vinegar, and that starts the vinegar process again with some more apple scraps, I guess. I don't know. We'll see, though. Okay? So, that's that for the vinegar. I'm going to come back today because I have to make sauerkraut. Yeah, I'm going to make some sauerkraut. See how that goes. I'm trying to get my kids into different... Now, they don't like fresh fruit. But this go around with the dehydrating, they're liking the dehydrated fruit a lot more. So I really do have to get my apple started on that and get that dehydrator going, because that takes about 9 hours. And usually by the time they get home from school, and today is a Friday, they they really want fruit. Today, that day, they have they get impatient when it comes to the dried apples and dried fruit. So I'm going to go do that. So thanks for hanging out with me, learning how to make vinegar.